The Office of Personnel Management made a big announcement this week because it has the potential to really be a game changer for federal employees who are going to be retiring in the near future. Let's get into the details. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Ian Smith with fedsmith.com. Thank you for joining me today. So, what is this big news I was teasing? The Office of Personnel Management announced on May 7th that it has developed, in conjunction with DOGE, or the Department of Government Efficiency, an online processing system for its retirement applications. So it's going to scrap the old manual paper-based system. Federal employees' retirement applications will now be processed completely online. And that's going to take effect on June 2nd. OPM will no longer accept paper-based applications starting on that date. They have to be submitted completely digitally. In fact, OPM said that any newly created paper retirement packages will not be accepted and will be sent back to the agency for digital resubmission, again, starting on June 2nd. I'm not going to get into tons of details about the memo. All of this was contained in a memo sent by OPM Acting Director Charles Ezell to agency heads. If you want some more details, I go into them in an article I wrote about this. I'll include a link to it in the description. So this is a big deal. OPM has been working on this, as I said, and it's happened in astounding amount of time, very quickly. At least I think it's astonishing. And in a moment, I'll get into why I think it's so surprising. This effort has been done in collaboration between OPM's retirement services team and DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Airbnb co-founder Joe Gebbia joined DOGE, and he took the lead on this project. And he told Fox News back in March, quote, "This will be an online digital process that will take just a few days at most. It's an injustice to civil servants who are subjected to these processes." As I mentioned, I was stunned at how quickly this has been done. It's been done in a matter of months, as far as I know, from the information OPM has released and the milestones they've achieved that they've announced along the way. And the reason is because OPM has tried a few times in the past to modernize the retirement processing system and failed. And it went on over decades in some cases. Their efforts actually date back to the 80s, around the time when FERS, the Federal Employees Retirement System, was first launched by Congress. But a 2012 GAO, Government Accountability Office report, outlines and describes the history of OPM's efforts to modernize its retirement processing system. And these are a few highlights from that report. I'll just go through quickly. The FERS automated processing system, initiated in 1987, was terminated in 1996 due to management weaknesses and lack of progress. Then after that, the Retirement Systems Modernization, RSM program, planned from 1997 to 2001, changed direction in 2001 before implementation. In 2006, OPM awarded contracts for RSM for automating the retirement process, including converting paper records to electronic files. In 2008, OPM renamed the project the Retire EZ, the letter E, letter Z, Retire EZ program. But it terminated the contractor due to problems and was eventually terminated the entire program in 2011. Compare all of that to 2025. OPM announced in late February that it had successfully processed its first retirement application completely online, and it did so in less than a week. On May 2nd, Joe Gebbia announced that 25 federal employees were retiring through a process conducted fully online. Just 5 days later, OPM is now rolling the entire thing out government-wide. Really just in a matter of months, it seems, they've gotten this done, whereas with past efforts, it goes back decades. And if it all goes well and works as described, this has the potential to be a big game changer for federal employees. Because as I said, the current system is really slow. According to OPM's own estimates from its retirement quick guide, the current wait time for federal employees to get their full annuity payments is 3 to 5 months. So meaning if you were to retire now, you're going to be waiting 3 to 5 months for your application to be fully processed on average. Some of our readers have told us in comments that it's taken over a year for them to have their retirement applications fully processed. The current system is also prone to errors, and that adds to delays. OPM, for instance, warns federal employees in one of its FAQs on retirement about the need for having a healthy retirement application, which is one that is free from errors and has all of the necessary information. It says in that FAQ, quote, "You can help reduce delays in processing by submitting your application in advance and by making sure your official personnel folder is complete. If you submit your paperwork early, your personnel and payroll offices will be able to complete their action before your retirement date." So the current process involves a number of different stakeholders, the federal employees themselves, personnel offices, payroll offices, OPM. It's a slow, complex process. And also, the current process has created a backlog of these retirement applications as well. If you read articles on the fedsmith.com website, you've probably seen the ones that I write each month. I've been doing it for a number of years now, highlighting the status of the OPM retirement backlog and how much it grows or shrinks on a month to month basis. As of the end of April, the current backlog is 16,173 retirement claims. It may sound like a lot, but it's actually been a lot higher. It's been over 60,000. That was back in January of 2012. And that year it was quite high. There were several months it was over 40,000. OPM's steady state goal, they call it, is 13,000. And that's only been achieved a few times. The last time it hit that level was in 2015. But the current backlog, all things considered, is actually pretty good because over the last year or so, OPM has really done a good job of reducing it. But point being, the current system results in this ongoing backlog of retirement claims. And presumably, this backlog would go away if this new online system works as it's expected. If the retirement processing is moved entirely online, is a success, and it's permanently adopted, then I would assume this current backlog of the paper-based claims in the old system would be gone within a few months. But if you contrast all of that with descriptions that have been in the media with this new system, it's night and day. A White House official, for instance, told Fox News back in April that the new system could process a federal employee's retirement application in less than 1 second. So if it works as expected, that's quite a change from 3 to 5 months. So, like I said, this is a game changer, and I hope it's a success because that's going to be good news for you all, for federal employees. If you're going to be retiring soon, you won't have to wait nearly as long to get your full annuity payments. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it'll be a success, like I said. And again, this is coming June 2nd. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you found this helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out our other videos, and also be sure to visit fedsmith.com for more of our news articles. Have a good day.